All right, guys, we are live and ready to talk tonight. I know y'all are ready to talk tonight. I can tell it by the look on your face, all them big old smiles I see. All right, guys, we are. And give me one moment. Let me stop the background extra tonight. I know y'all are ready to talk tonight. I can tell it by the look on your face, all them big old smiles I see. All right, guys. We are. And give me one moment. Let me stop the background extra tonight. I know y'all are ready to talk tonight. I can tell it by the look on your face, all the I see. All right, guys. We are. And give me one moment. Let me stop the background extra tonight. I know y'all are ready to talk tonight. I can tell it by the look on your face. That was me. I am so sorry about the interference. All right. Here we are. Guys, if you are here tonight for this big blowout conversation we're about to have, I want you just to comment in the chat tonight, not those chats, in the chat tonight. Welcome everyone. Go ahead and send up a like, some hearts to let the young people know that you are here to support them tonight. So let's go ahead in our chat and put Life Speaks. And we're just waiting for some more people to join. And I'm just going to go ahead and type in here because my life speaks. We're going to give the young people time if they want to type it in. Life Speaks. Which means you don't have to say a whole lot when your life speaks about what you're doing, who you are, who you associate with, how you're making a difference. All of those things will cause your life to speak. So if your life speaks, then I want you to please just jot that in the chat. Life speaks, and we're going to give a few more people opportunity, time to join in tonight. I want to make sure I don't get any more feedback. All right. So we are streaming live, and we want to make sure that we are able to stream live on every stream that we have. So if you have opportunity, go ahead and share it to your page. Yep. We're going to get some things done tonight. I am just so excited. Y'all just wait. We're just trying to get through some preliminary things. But you guys wait, you're in for a treat. I hope you have your young people watching, your children, your grandchildren. Go ahead and get them tuned in with us tonight because we want to bless them. We want to bless them in a very special way through our conversation tonight. All righty. So we're not going to detain things any longer. We thank you all for joining in with us tonight for My Life Speaks. To get us started, let me just tell you give you a little background. This is something new that we're starting, giving our young people an opportunity to display their gifts, their talents, just the different things that God is doing in their lives, and to share with the world how they are making a difference through their life. In the community, a lot of our young people are making a difference socially, politically, serving in civil organizations, just making a difference, making an impact while, others are not doing anything. So we see so much negativity on television, and life is not all about what you see on television. So we want to use this platform as an opportunity to share the positive side of life, the good things that are happening in our community, good things that are happening in the world. So tonight we have some awesome young people. I know all of these young people personally. So I'm not going to introduce them because I will go on and on and on. I'll probably talk about when they was little babies and when they was in their mama's belly and all of that stuff. When they first started dancing, I just know them in so many different ways. So I'm not going to introduce them. So what I'm going to give them the opportunity to do is to introduce themselves. and they'll take about 30 seconds, and they're just gonna give you their name, tell a little bit about where they're from and what they like to do. So let's see, ladies before gentlemen, but in this environment, we're gonna let the gentleman go first. So, young man, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Keontae. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Aiken, South Carolina. And my hobby is mime dancing. I've been mime dancing since I was the age of 10, and I'm still going strong. So y'all keep me in your prayers.
All right. Woo! Hello, Keontae. Send those hearts up for Keontae, 21 years old, and he's been mime dancing since the age of 10. Oh my goodness. I think we have a few dances on here too. Awesome. Okay, let's see who's gonna go next. Let's see, Kaylah. Take a moment and introduce yourself.
My name is Kaylah Christian. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Augusta, Georgia, born and raised. And my favorite hobbies include anything art. So painting, drawing, dancing. Yeah, I kind of do all of that. So.
Wow, wow, wow. And you're from Augusta, Georgia, did you say, Kaylah?
Yes,
okay, so give it up for Kaylah Christian. So we have two artsy people here tonight. All right, that's great. Let's see. Kaitny, I was going to give away what happened just this year for Kaitny, but I'll let her introduce herself.
My name is Kaitny Stroman, and I'm from Graniteville, South Carolina. And my favorite hobby is volunteering in my community.
Yes. See, I'm telling y'all, we got it going on already. Volunteering in her community, mime dancing, and arts. Okay, hey, we're off to a great start. Oh, next young lady, could you please introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Renisha Ensley. I am years old. I'm 35 years old.
You look like a baby.
9-year-old son. I am from New Brunswick, New Jersey, but I moved to the South years ago. I live in Grovetown, Georgia right now. I started dancing when I was 11, and I've been dancing ever since. I started miming, I don't know how many years ago, and I've been miming ever since. So yeah, and I also make clothes. So you see my peeps behind me, but yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we got such a variety on here tonight, full of just talented young people, and I like that item in the background. So listen, guys, I don't know about you, but these last 12 to 14 to 16 months has been like a totally different type of life for me. You know, we're going to take it back all the way back to maybe around February, March of 2020. Do y'all recall February, March of 2020?
Yeah.
Y'all remember what y'all was doing the first part of the year? Did y'all have plans? And then your plans got a little thrown off because of what we know as the pandemic. And then everything changed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this. This is not a question that's gonna throw y'all off. Did y'all ever, there's a slight echo. Yeah, my producer on here. So let me make sure I'm not the problem. Give me one moment. Whenever there's feedback, I have to make sure. Okay, so it's not me. Make sure if you have more than one device, that one device is on mute, not the one you're talking to. So that would kill the feedback. Yep. So that's all. You can keep it on, but if it's a second device, okay, good. Sounds good now. I got a thumbs up. So guys, let me ask you this. So it's back a little bit. Oh, I don't know where that is coming from. But anyway, so thinking back to around February, March of 2020, when this whole pandemic thing broke out, did y'all think it would last as long as it did? Did you think it would last that long?
Definitely
No,
not.
definitely not.
Definitely
Not
not. I
at all.
thought it was just something that was just coming through. They was gonna kill it, knock it out, and we're gonna go forward. And I know I did. I didn't expect to be working from home. I didn't expect to be sent home one day. Look, leave all of your stuff at your desk, go home. And so we went through a lot of different things, but somewhere, after a few days, few months, few weeks or whatever, things started to change. And I know for myself, I decided that, hey, I need to do something different. I'm at home. I'm going to embrace this opportunity. So, and then from there, God just birthed so many different things in my life. And now, hindsight, looking back, despite everything I went through, I came out better, a better person, and more grateful. So on that note, let's see, Renisha, how has your life changed in a positive way since the last 12 to 16 months? Let's just say that.
My life has changed in a positive way because it made me trust God in a way that I've never trusted God before. This in the midst of everything going on outside of the pandemic, I just had to learn how to just trust him, regardless of what I was seeing, regardless of what I was facing. I had to essentially learn how to trust him. And like I said, pandemic aside, it was just my own life experiences, where I was at mentally, where I was at emotionally. It was just like, and then adding to all of that with the pandemic, it was just like, God was like, you have to trust me. You have to take your eyes off of what you're going through and what you're experiencing, and you have to look at me and remember that I am God. I'm bigger than everything that you're facing. So it just put me in a position to just humble myself and remember that God is God.
Okay, that's very good. Humble yourself. Remember that God is God. Had to trust him through it all. I know you're not by yourself with that. Just develop that trust relationship. Okay, Kaitny, how about you? The last 12 to 14 months, how has your life changed in a positive way?
Well, I just know I've learned a lot about myself throughout this journey, because I know first we were in school, the next thing you know we're virtual, we're doing paper packets, and then I started working full time at an assisted living facility during the same time we were doing those packets and things like that. And then so I started working, and then I added on to my organizational skills and things like that. But then I also had the time to like journal for myself to clear my mind and just try new things that would like help ease anxiety as I was going into my senior year. So then this past year, I've been doing dual enrollment classes and working in my senior classes. So it's been a lot, but I've learned how to juggle it, and I've learned how to stay organized. I've learned more people skills with working. It's just, I have enjoyed this past year, despite all of the negativity. I found my joy with everything I was doing. If it was talking to elderly residents, if it was volunteering at COVID sites, if it was just anything, I found the joy in it. And I've learned to just, you have to see the good in those negative things too. So.
Oh, wow, Katie, that is amazing. But I need to back up for a moment, because did you say you were working at a nursing home facility?
Yes, ma'am.
So you were working in the midst of the pandemic?
Yeah, that's when I actually started. I started in April 2020.
I think I remember seeing that. Okay, wow. I guess that must have been interesting, but you were able to share a little bit more about that experience. So how did you, because I know you didn't absolutely have to work, so you made a decision to work?
Yeah, so we actually have a family friend who worked in the facility already, and she was like, we really need people to come in, and like, I really want you to start doing the temperature checks for our residents and our employees. So that's how I started. So then I was working full-time hours, just logging temperatures, talking to elderly residents, because then everything was locked down. They didn't have family members coming in, and it was really depressing in there for them. And I was just like, I was able to be that person, the new face in the building, just to talk to them, even if it was just doing a temperature check. And then I actually stopped doing temperature checks at the end of December as COVID cooled down in the building. And then now I'm working one-on-one with patients and residents inside the facility. I've been doing that since January, just being one-on-one with them and helping them do maybe the little things like hygiene, keeping up their hygiene, showers, eating, and different things like that they need help with. So I've been doing that for the past 6 months now.
Okay, well, gosh, that is very interesting. While I was trying to stay in, you were going out to make a difference. Wow, that's interesting. All right, how about you, Keontae? In the last, I'm saying 16 months. You know, how has your life changed in a positive way? Looking back to bringing it forward.
Well, starting off, my life changed in a better way by getting in the Word of God more, attending Bible study regularly, building my confidence in areas where, I was lacking, doubting myself, thinking that I can't do certain things. So, being in the pandemic, I get to spend more time with actually Keontae, and not surrounded by a lot of people because, you got a social distance anyway. So, just giving more time to, encourage myself daily that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that's how my life has changed for the better.
Wow. I thought only grown people, did those things that you guys are talking about. I meant grown people like my age, but y'all are quite interesting. Kaylah, please share. Y'all blessed me already.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, I'm kind of like piggybacking off of Renisha. And I think the biggest thing is definitely trusting God, because if we remember, say like I think the prophetic conference we had in 2020 was January. And I feel like everyone was like on this rush, like high or whatever. And, we were so excited for what 2020 was going to bring, and not thinking that a pandemic was going to take place. And I remember like initially being kind of like in shock, like, okay, God, like you just had this prophet come in. We had all these positive things where we're like that. And we're thinking like, 2020 is going to be like this big, great year or whatever. And then, but you're seeing like something totally different. So then I felt like what 2020 did really was force me to not be able to look at the world and to be able to trust in God and know Him for myself, and know that God is a promise keeper, and that if He promised me a certain thing, that it's still going to come to pass regardless of everything else that was going on. So the biggest thing, I feel like spiritually, I've just grown so much to know God for myself, and not, relying on just say other people. And then also just like even business wise, whatever, like as soon as the government lifted restrictions, business went back as usual, whatever. Like I cannot say that I've lacked any during the pandemic at all. I'm booked and busy every single day. Like I still have people asking me like, do you have anything available? So that, and then I also during the pandemic came out with 2 promotional shoots that I directed myself. And yeah, like I just feel like creatively, like I produced a lot of work that I probably wouldn't have done had the pandemic not happened, because it allowed me to focus on what I wanted to do.
Okay, very interesting. So gosh, so y'all were working during the pandemic, getting things done, spending time with God, getting to know yourselves better. And I'm telling you that I think that was a biggie, even for me as an adult. I mean, I got to spend so much time learning little things about myself, because prior to that pandemic, I was on autopilot, like many other people, just get up in the morning, do what I have to do, get to work all day, come home, just certain things I just did like on autopilot. But when this pandemic happened, I had to shut a lot of that down. Guys, you guys have shared some really good things, making a difference. Definitely making a difference in the lives of others. And I can only imagine, it never entertained my mind for a long time, Kaitny, to reach out to other people. It was like the latter part of the pandemic when I started thinking, girl, you're so consumed with yourself. So you guys talked about, Kaitny shared with us what she's doing full time, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the future. But when you said producing, tell us a little bit more about what are you producing, Kaylah?
So I'm really I guess long-term goals or career-wise that I would like to go into is artistic creative direction. And what that would consist of is pretty much, so say a business wants to do a promotional shoot, but may not have a creative concept for it. So I'm in place to help them come up with something creative out of the box that no one else is doing. And I help set up, like, the styling, the setup of the shoot, set up like the dates and everything, just pretty much make it as organized as possible so that they can just come into the shoot and then make art. And then after that, then they have a piece to show everyone else to promote.
Okay, very interesting. Hey, I can use something like that. Wow, awesome. That's good to know. Put that plug out there. Okay, Renisha, and you have that beautiful piece of garment that you made. Did you design that, or you just sew from a pattern? When you say you're a seamstress, designer, what do you call yourself?
A designer.
Okay, a designer. Okay, do you have a designer name? Because sometimes I wear Gucci or Fendi or Nike. Do you have a designer name?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say right now, the whole Facebook platform knows me as Renisha Lachey. So my hashtag is I am Renisha Lachey. And basically that came from because 4 years ago, no, 5 now, I lost a lot of weight. I lost almost 60 pounds. So that whole entire transition of, being one size to another size, and then learning how to love myself. And like Keontae said, spending time with yourself and going through the insecurities and everything, it put me in a position to look at myself in through God's eyes, basically, and not through Renisha's. And I'm still learning and still processing who I am now versus who I used to be. And who I used to be made me feel like that's who I was, whereas I feel like I'm growing and evolving into who God called me to be now. So I started like saying I'm Renisha Lachey, but then when I was saying it was like, wait a minute, hold on. I am Renisha Lachey, and I had to embody who Renisha Lachey was to me. And she's a boss, like Renisha Lachey, like the hashtag, the name, like it's I am who I am type of thing. But I actually just got back into making clothes. I stopped what you would think by me losing weight. I will make my own clothes to, accommodate where I was at then, but it made me just go away from the sewing machine. So I've gotten phone calls fussing at me, excuse me, ma'am, where my clothes at? Getting more and more inquiries like, I need you to make me some summer dresses. I need you to make me this. So like, God is like, no, what are you doing? But I started a new business with my mom. It's called Crochet Designs, Christine and Lachey. So be on the lookout for that. But it's like spiritually, God has been on point with me. And then business-wise, God has been on point with me. So sewing, I can't really reveal what the other business endeavors are yet, but I'm just being on the lookout and I'm excited. And hashtag I am Renisha Lachey. So
okay, well, that's good. You were at one place that was not such a good place to be at. Or I would be happy to lose 60 pounds. You wouldn't be able to tell me. But I understand we're at different places. So you had to during this whole pandemic, you took some time or were able to spend time with yourself to regroup, rebuild your confidence in order to move forward.
Yes, ma'am.
And I do hear confidence exhuming from each of you. So that's really good. To be young and confident, I mean, there are no limitations when you're young and confident. I'm telling you, take it from me. That is an attribute that is missing with a lot of young people. I'm not talking about the face that you see on Instagram and on TikTok and on Facebook. I can tell you about 50, 60, 75% of that is not real.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
realness come across in your conversation. So this is what I'm extracting from what you guys are saying. And if you can say that, if you can talk about yourself in a positive way without sounding arrogant, that is confidence. So don't get it twisted. And you can always pick up on arrogance, you know, but y'all are y'all are doing an awesome job. Keontae, so in the midst of all of this, what have you been doing? And again, I follow all of y'all on Facebook, and I think just the other day, I was like, I always hear about what Kaitny is doing through Bridget. So I sent you a Facebook, a friend request. I was like, let me see what Kaitny's doing herself. So I think I'm friends with all of y'all, and I just love seeing y'all thrive in the midst of everything. Back to you, Keontae.
Well, I worked throughout the pandemic. That's pretty much all I do is work, go to Bible study. That's basically my routine.
What type of work do you do?
I work in the engineering and utilities department for the city of Aiken. I'm a locator. And it's coming up on my 2nd year doing that.
Wow.
And, pretty cool.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Great. And you do something else too. Do you do anything with hair?
Some people think I cut hair. They always hit me up, hey, are you
I
cutting?
do.
Like, well, I just do it for fun. It's not really like something that I want to pursue because I don't think I'm that good at it. But, you know, my mom tries to encourage me and say that I can. But once again, you know, trying to build my confidence in areas where I lack. So, yeah, I play with the Clippers a little bit here and there.
Okay. Well, he's good. I've seen some of his work, and
He is.
and his mom is amazing. Barbara, I mean, super duper amazing. Yes. So that is some good information. I'm telling you, if you are out there listening tonight, I hope you have your children. If you're an adult and you have small children, you know, I hope they're listening tonight. I hope they are inspired to know that they can make a difference. They can go after their dreams. It doesn't matter how young they are, how old they are. If you have a dream, you should pursue your dream. So, you know, these young people, and I'm calling them young because they're just babies in my world. I mean, they're just babies in my world. They have shared with us how they have continued to thrive and succeed and accomplish things in the midst of the pandemic. You know, there are some people who just allowed the whole pandemic to stop their lives. But you young people, and I know a lot of young people, I mean, they had absolutely no fear. You know, they continued to work, continue to encourage people. I think it was the older ones like us talking about, oh no, got them little underlying conditions. I ain't going out. Some young people had to come in, drop them clothes at the door like, hey, you know, God got y'all covered. For some reason, he's favoring y'all more than he's favoring us. And I can't understand it, but hey, we can go with it. Y'all are our present and y'all are our future. So I'm just so appreciative to have such smart, beautiful, intelligent young people on this panel. So we've talked about what you guys are doing now, and you are making a difference. You're making a difference just being here tonight, encouraging someone else. You know, my mission, my personal mission in life is to inspire, motivate, and educate others by using my voice as an instrument. So anytime I open my mouth, if y'all hear me talking down, you have every right to stop me. Because that's not who I am. That's not who God called me to be. He called me to use my voice as an instrument to inspire, empower, and motivate others. And that's what I try to do on a daily basis. So with that being said, let's talk about the future. Let's talk about the future, you know, where God said, write that vision, make it plain. I know, let's see. Kaitny, you graduated this year, right?
Yes, ma'am. I graduate tomorrow.
Huh?
I graduate tomorrow.
Oh, you graduate tomorrow. Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Oh, wow. So let's talk about what's next for you. What do you?
Okay. So I'll be attending Winthrop University, majoring in human nutrition in hopes to be a registered dietitian.
Oh,
And I've also got a scholarship to where I'll be volunteering at least 113 hours per semester. So that's in my plans for the next 12 months, volunteering, staying organized, staying open-minded for new opportunities, and joining clubs and organizations on campus, maintaining at least a 3.5. I'm hoping kind of go high, but 3.5 GPA throughout school to help with scholarships, because that is how I'm paying for college. And yeah, that's it. Just staying open-minded and trying to be the best I can be where I'm at.
oh, wow. So when you become a registered dietitian, how do you want to use that to help other people in a hospital? Do you plan to open your own practice? What made you choose that?
Okay, I chose to be a registered dietitian because of my family's background with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes. My dad's looking at me now because I'm just going through the list of his, but it's just things that we all need to work on. Because diet is something we can fix, and automatically being African American people, it's higher for us anyway. So I want to find the reason for that and see who I can help with that, first starting with my family and then going out into the community. And then answering your other question, I do plan to be in the hospital setting for at least 5 years to learn the basics and everything to make sure I keep my mind fresh before I start looking into opening my own practice.
Okay, awesome. Well, gosh, that's a plan. I mean, that's almost 5 years out.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. It's good to have a plan. It's good to know where you're headed, because that will keep you out of trouble, staying focused. Man, I look me up. Once you become a registered dietitian, look me up. But you're right. African Americans, that is something, especially in my age group, we miss that. We were not focused on our health as much as we should have. But you guys are without excuse, because there's just so much information. All right. Thank you, Kaitny. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to that graduation tomorrow. Woo! Ooh.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Kaylah, where you headed with what you're doing? You say the next 12 months.
Within the next 12 months, well, first I started school again. And this summer, the end of this summer, I will graduate with my associates, and then if I decide to go further, then I will be going further as well. Also, I want to kind of like wean myself out of the hair business. So I'm in the process now of starting my next business venture. And I also am in the process of coming up with a dance project that I'm working on. So those are the main things that, right now I have going on.
Okay, so Kaylah, you didn't mention hair earlier.
Well, yes, right now I'm a full-time hairstylist, Braids and Locks by Kay on Instagram.
Yes, I knew that, but I need you to say that, because I can tell all of y'all business just from Facebook. I know everything. I know what y'all doing. I'm following y'all because I love y'all. But you are so awesome with those locks and braids that you do. So guys, look, before she retired that, she's trying to get, how long have you been in that business? You're going to close it down? Well, get out of it.
Well, the only reason why is because hair was it was kind of one of those things that accidentally happened. It's nothing that like I've grown up and was like, oh, I want to do hair when I grow up. It was like, I just did my own hair because I'm cheap and I like doing things on a budget. And people were like, oh, like your hair looks good. Who did your hair? So then, I started doing other people's hair as well. And I wasn't in school at that time. So that's how I got into that. But people don't realize the wear and tear that braiding has on your body. You're standing up on your feet for hours. A lot of people get into like carpal tunnel. Like I done had times where my hands were like cramping and they were stuck or whatever, just from braiding so much. So it's just like, I want to do something that, that's not as wearisome on the body, especially only being 22, and something that I genuinely enjoy doing, like wake up and be like, oh, I can't wait to work,
Okay. They said, the best way to choose a career is think of something that you would do even if you were not getting paid to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's good to wake up to that. Okay. So gosh, I got to get my hair done before you retire. I don't want to try reaching out to you. Savannah needed her hair done a few weeks ago. And I was like, Kayla, and she was like, it's so last minute. You think she'd take me last minute? I was like, I don't know, coming from Atlanta, y'all got to plan that out. I was like, I don't know. It was the day before she had to go on vacation. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm typically like, and that's another thing I can say God is faithful for, that I don't really have to advertise as much, but I'm typically like, the moment I put out my bookings, it's booked fast, like that day for the entire month. So I don't really be having, I guess, the slots and stuff for like last minute availability. So it's kind of like, you know, you got to get in when you get in.
Okay, that's good. And I'm glad that money is not the driving
No,
force
definitely
behind
not.
that. So that's really good. Okay, awesome. So Renisha, where do you see yourself next 12 months? What you gonna be doing? Man.
Pushing these clothes. We're still in the phase of trying to decide which business endeavor we're going to push right now. If it's going to be Renisha Lachey or Crochet Designs, I'm trying to figure out how to push both of them at the same time. But basically just pushing the business. Eventually I want to go back to school. I need, you know, as far as business is concerned, my mom handles the business side of it. Just let me create anything involved in making something. I just started picking up drawing. I started praying and asking God to give me a drawer's anointing, and he has been doing that. So I just started picking up drawing, graphic design, different things like that. So just growing myself in those areas, expanding the business, creating logos, creating any and everything I can as far as creativity is concerned. But just getting back into the swing of things of making clothes for myself. I want to make, I like, a lot of people don't know, but y'all know, as far as like, I make all of our garments for the dance ministry. Eventually venturing out to making garments for other dance ministries. I started getting asked to make mime robes and stuff. So it's like, just growing my business, growing my ministry, just growing and expanding, basically.
Okay, that's so amazing. That is amazing. I have a niece. She's a Muslim, and she started making garments, and she started posting her garments on Instagram, and now it is so huge and major. I mean, her garments are so nice. I am not a Muslim, but I will wear them. You know, I will cover and wear them. So super nice. And I mean, she has so many famous people that have reached out to her, and she traveled over to, I think it was to Kuwait, and brought some fabrics from over there. So she had like a Kuwait, am I saying it right? Kuwait, yes, yes, Kuwait line, and the prices are astronomical, but people know that fabric came from Kuwait, so she can charge those prices for it. So that's just great, guys. I love it. And Keontae, what the next 12 months? What are we looking for?
Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail of, you know, what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to make some career goals, you know. You know, I'm trying to step out there into the entrepreneurship world, you know, not waiting on man to promote myself. I want to be more sensitive to hearing the word of God, you know, to know, you know, who should be in my circle and who shouldn't be. You know, I battle with that every day, you know, because you want to be accepted by certain people, you know. Will I be alone if I have this person in my circle, or, you know, will my life be peaceful? So, you know, trying to battle between those two things. So that's basically where the future is going for myself, knowing who should be around me and who shouldn't be. So.
Wow, let me tell you, that is so powerful.
That
is so powerful. When I was doing Life After 50, and I'm telling you, let me encourage y'all for 1 second, the conversations that we're having and the things that you guys are talking about, those are things that I'm a life coach. in second part of my life, and you would be amazed how many people in their late 40s and 50s who do not understand the importance of having a circle of people, the right circle around you. And I always say my circle is small, but they are powerful. Now, I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I have, they encourage me, they promote me, they push me. They let me know that my age is not a factor. And, you know, in choosing the right circle of friends, this is a tell-all. If the people in your life can celebrate you, support you, push you and push you and help you accomplish your goals, those are the people you want in your life. But let me tell you, there's another type of person that you want in your life. You don't want somebody in your life who agrees with everything that you do, but you want people in your life who can tell you why they disagree with you.
Right.
You know, have a valid reason why I should not eat that bundt cake that I like. Right, Kaitny, is not good for me. You know, that sugar is not good, but not just, girl, you shouldn't just eat that, you know? So just focus on your circle, but people who support you, push you, stand by you when you're up high, as well as when you're low. Those are the people you want in your circle, because life does not consist of you being high, you know, on the mountaintop all the time. Well, you're not going to live in the valley all the time either, but you want people who can be with you and share with you when you're in the valley and help pull you up out of the valley, and people who can support you when you're mountain high and not be jealous of you.
Right.
So, hey, narrow that circle down. And let me tell you, that circle is, you're probably going to be able to count them on one hand. With you being so young, you probably can count them in like 3 fingers. You know, because a lot of young people don't understand themselves. So it's going to be hard for them to support you without having those negative emotions, you know, and trying to suppress them, but they pop up in very negative ways. So I just wanted to put that out there. Oh, wow, guys, let me ask you another question. Y'all are blessing me so much. Did I cover everybody? I got all of y'all. Yeah, for y'all future. Great futures in store for each of you. So if you being your age, whatever that age is, based on your life experiences, because you know, I've learned it doesn't matter if you're young or old, you have trials that's tailored to you and who you are. None of us are exempt from going through anything. So based on your life experiences, what advice would you give to someone else to encourage them? You know, based on something that you have gone through, friendships, breakup, relationships, trying to achieve your goals at a young age and hanging around people who don't have goals. I mean, just something. That's not a good place either, is it? Let's see, who would like to go first?
I mean, I can go.
All right.
The biggest thing is you're gonna have to trust God, and that right there. And I know, and I don't want to come across as like being too cliche with like certain sayings and everything like that, but that's honestly like the biggest thing that you're gonna have to do is trust God. When you trust God, and then trust the God that's inside of you, because His word says it's greater is He that is in us than he that is in the world. So you have to trust the God that's in you and know that when you're aligned with Him and in tune with Him, He's going to guide you and direct you. And the young people, I tell them all the time, as far as just like, get to learn who you are and know who you are as a person before you start trying to worry about other people. But just learn to love yourself, learn to love who you are at every stage. One of my biggest things right now is every stage, every phase, no matter where you at, love who you are, accept who you are. You can't expect somebody else to love you and you don't even love yourself, respect you, or you don't even respect yourself. So learn how to love you. And I can say that now because I'm in that space of learning how to love Renisha for Renisha and being confident within myself. Just because I may be in a smaller frame, I'm still Renisha. It doesn't matter if I was 160 pounds or 103 pounds. I'm still Renisha, and nothing about me has changed but my weight. So just love who you are. Be confident in who you are every day. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are beautiful, you fine, you handsome, you whatever you need to tell yourself, you need to tell yourself every single day till you believe it. And it's like, you know what? Some days in my hair, on the top of my head, I'll be like, oh, you so cute. Oh, you cute. But I have to tell myself that, so because some days I don't feel cute. And one of the things that I started doing was like, hello, beautiful, hello, gorgeous. And it's like, those things will be from a place where I didn't feel that. I didn't feel beautiful. I felt like, ain't nobody gonna like me, ain't nobody gonna love me. But if you can't love me at my ugliest and at my lowest point, then I don't want you when I'm up here on my high. So trust God, trust in the God in yourself, and love who you are. And no matter where you at, no matter what you look like, love you.
Mic drop. Very good. Very good. Hey, I can't even touch that. Who would like to go next? What advice would you give to someone else?
Well, I can go.
Your age. Okay.
Well, I'm 18. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but I'm 18, and usually around this time, people are graduating or preparing to graduate, or just looking to the next step in their life. So I just want to say, see where you want to be in your future before you try to plan it. There are so many people or other seniors right now that they got scared from the plan, like when they were looking along the way, but they didn't see the bigger picture. So I want you to look for the bigger picture, then plan it, and then off of what Ms. Renisha was saying, trust God that He will provide for you to see that goal through, and He will provide for you through the plan. Even everything might not work out the way you thought it was, but either way, it'll work out for that goal.
Okay. Hey, y'all are, gosh.
Yeah.
Y'all are powerful. I'm telling you. I wanted to take some notes, but I didn't want to stop to look down and people wonder what am I doing, but gosh, I'm going to have to go back and watch this because y'all are basically just helping me, but I like that. See the big picture. All right. Who's next?
I'll go. I'll say the biggest thing is be true to yourself. The biggest thing is that we have to realize that God created us with purpose, and everyone's purpose is different. And with this being such like a digital age and social media, and everybody's posting the positives and, oh, I got this car, I got this house, this, that, the other. It's easy for us to sometimes compare our lives to other people and ask God, like, why don't I have this, that, and the other? But the thing is, we don't know what the person's story is, if that, everything that they're posting is legit or whatnot, and comparing ourselves, our lives to them and thinking that our lives are like, bad or anything like that. Remember that everything that God is doing is purposeful and it's according to His time. Something that we want or desire out of life is not, we may not even be prepared for that. So just know that, like, in the midst of those things that you're desiring from God, get ready for those things. Start preparing yourself for those things so that when it takes place, that you're already, ready to go or whatnot. So yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing I've especially been learning within the season.
Very good, man. So powerful. Hey, look, before Keontae speaks, I'm going to need y'all to come back. I'm not going to, I know, Kaitny, you're going to be going to school soon and y'all are going to be so extremely busy, but I'm telling you, you all are making a difference. And I know a few sites that I'm going to make sure this is shared on. And one is my family site, because I have a lot of family members right in y'all age group. So, and I just try to always encourage them. And I'm going to make sure this is shared, and share it on your page, even though you may not want them to know what your plans are, what you're thinking about doing. Share it. Be a light. Let your life be. Keontae.
Well, someone my age, I would start off with telling them, seek ye first the kingdom and everything else will be added. It's not about the car you're driving. It's not about the clothes you're wearing. It's not about certain crowds that you're around. If you put yourself in the face of God, everything else will come in its timing. A lot of people my age try to do things before their time. You know, like myself, I went out and trying to keep up with the Joneses, as my mom would say, and, you know, buying cars because I see other kids got nice cars, and, you know, it put me in a pickle to where, you know, you can't afford certain things because you're trying to basically keep up with them and you don't know the background of how they got it or what they did to get it. And basically just run your race, because the word says the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but the one that endures to the end. So you run your race. Don't try to compete with other people and what they have. You embrace what you have and be grateful for it, because it's someone less fortunate than you. So, and another thing is, it's okay to be different. See, I know a lot of kids my age, they're in college, or, you know, they're basically just in the streets trying to fit in and be accepted. It's okay to say, no, I don't want to go to the party. It's okay to say, no, I don't want to go out drinking. And some people will try to pick at you. Oh man, you're lame. You ain't trying to have fun. I had to learn during this pandemic, it's okay to be saved and cool. I feel like you're cooler when you're saved, because the vibe be different, the way you walk be different, the way you talk, you know, people look at you different. Some people feel intimidated by that because of the way you act, the way you carry yourself, but it's okay to be different. So that's what I would tell somebody my age.
Gosh, I am so full. I do not want to cry over what you guys have stated, but it is so true. Y'all have dropped some nuggets, some powerful, powerful nuggets today. And I did not have a clue that this was going to be as powerful as it is, but I'm telling you, continue to be true to yourselves. Be true to who you are. Don't change for nobody. Don't let nobody change you, because at the end of the day, you got to look yourself in that mirror, and you're going to have to deal with yourself. And I like the fact you didn't use this word, but I just want to drop this word: pace yourself. Pace yourself. Don't be in a hurry. Everything will happen at the right time, whatever is meant for you. If you stay in tune, stay connected. And guys, listen to your parents.
Yes, ma'am.
And I am, you know, certain age. And to this day, I can tell anybody, my mother was my best friend, and she never lied to me. Even at this point in my life, my mother never lied to me. And the other thing I want to tell you, nobody will care for you more than your parents will. Not your best friend. They will help you keep things. They will help you hide things from your parents. That is not a friend. Listen to your parents. Listen to your mother. She carries you in her bosom. And when you hurt, she hurts. And when you don't understand what she's trying to tell you, she's still hurting. Okay. So your mother, you know, she's your best friend, whether you know it or not. You know, of course, you know, my mom used to tell me, I cannot be your best friend. I am your mother. But I knew what she meant, but I also knew what I meant, you know, with her being my best friend. So guys, on that note, we're getting ready to close this down. Thank you all so much. I wish nothing but the best for you guys. May you have favor in the kingdom, favor on earth, favor with God, favor with man. Wherever you go, just let your light shine. Let your life speak. You don't have to tell anybody, hey, I know God and I'm saved. You know what? I hardly ever have to tell people who I am. Most people can see the light in me. And I remember one point, the light wasn't shining many years ago. But now I don't have to tell people, you know, they always come up to me and say, are you a minister? It's something different about you. And I've always wanted to grow to that point where people would approach me. So if you let your life speak, people are always watching. People are always watching, even though they pretend like they're not. Just like I go to y'all Facebook pages and check up on you. There are some frenemies who are doing the same thing. And they
Ma'am.
every day, they will never tell you that they're checking you out on Facebook, Instagram, and whatever else they have out there. But I just want to thank you guys so much for coming, being a part of this, doing this for the glory of God. You have really been a blessing. So on our last thing, I want to go ahead and do the little hashtag thing. So I give y'all a minute to think about it. Yes, we got people out there. I had to let my phone charge, but everyone has been so amazing and so powerful. You all are phenomenal young people on the move with purpose. I pray favorable blessings upon you all. Teach. You all have blessed me tonight. To God be the glory. Me too, Cynthia. They have blessed me. I mean, someone is agreeing. I'm glad I'm listening. Powerful. Save and cool. Powerful. Say that young youth and adults need to hear your message. Powerful panel of young adults. I mean, the comments are on point. So thank you all so much. So for our closing tonight, what hashtag best describes you as a successful person? Like my hashtag is always hashtag speak life, hashtag I am CAG. But what hashtag best describes you as a successful person? Think about it.
Hashtag trust the process.
Hashtag trust the process. Very good. What else?
Hashtag Kingdom CEO.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would say hashtag helping others and hashtag I am me.
Awesome.
I'll say hashtag I am extraordinary.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
y'all put those hands up. Let these people see y'all clapping y'all hands. That is just so phenomenal. So on that note, guys, listen, you can send these people, these young people, not these people, send these young people a hashtag, some encouraging words. Listen, you can, their names are listed on the Zoom page exactly as they are. Keontae's last name is Keitt, K-E-I-T-T. Keontae had to look up because I don't know how. Keontae, I know how I misspelled your name, okay? I want you to know it wasn't me. You know how you type something in and then Siri tries to correct it?
Right.
I went back and corrected it and got ready to resubmit it. Siri had changed it again, so I had to deselect that. So I was like, I did not do that. So that's what happened. But Kaitny Stroman, Keontae Keitt, Renisha, her last name is Ensley, E-N-S-L-E-Y, and Kaylah Christian. They're all on Facebook. You can even sow a seed into these young people's lives. You heard what they have going on, where they're trying to go. You know what? Continue to follow them as they continue to pursue their dreams. Check them out, hold them accountable. If they put something out that's opposite the word of God, I'm not talking about how they look, none of that. If you see their lives going astray, because they don't look like us. You know, they got their own unique ways of expressing themselves, and I love it. So just continue to follow them. Guys, we're going to close. Is there anything else that y'all would like to say before we close out tonight?
Cindy, I just want to say thank you for following God and just calling me and asking me to do this. I cannot lie and say that I wanted to. I can't even lie and say I wasn't even gonna text you last night and say I want to do it because I was, but I'm glad that I did because this is just another avenue that God is stretching me. As much as I love to talk, as much as I am a friendly person and goofy and silly and all that, this is still a moment of stretching for me. So I'm grateful for the opportunity and I thank you. And yeah. Thank you.
We'll be back again. We're gonna do some conferences, and y'all will be back again. So don't be afraid. whenever there's an opportunity to come back, just let your life speak. Anyone else? Okay, well, I want to tell y'all thank you too, because I didn't have a clue that each of you would say yes. I didn't have a clue that you would say yes as fast as you did and will be prepared on such short notice. So that is so awesome and so amazing. And you know what I am going to do, I'm going to be obedient. You know what, I'm going to release the line and then I want y'all to stay on so I can pray. At first I was going to pray, but y'all may not want to share it with me talking about Hababa Shata. I'm just playing. I am only playing. I am not going to do that. But I just want y'all to wave your hand and tell the people good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And
If y'all don't hang up, I'm just going to stop the live stream.